Welcome, everybody. Good to have you with us on this. We're doing this on Friday for the Sunday meet, Hollywood Bets Gravel. And a reminder about our social media players, at Weighted to Win on Twitter, or otherwise we've got a WhatsApp number. There it is over there. There's the number, 0691643272. Giving away a Weighted to Win mug on our group as well, so random draw. Join. Send your name and email. Thank you for watching. Get straight into the card now and have a look at the Hollywood Bets Gravel meeting. We'll start with Darren Burrows, who's in Cape Town. Talk about the first. It's over 1,200 meters, priced up here 16 to 10, and hoping that Darren gives us confidence with a informed Peter Muscat's table. And then we can back number 8, Shanta's Pride, Darren.
Well, Clyde, very disappointing last time out. Moved up to a point and then never went through with the effort. That form line wasn't too strong. Severe respiratory noises in both her starts. They've actually removed the tongue tie, hoping for improvement. So is going to run a big race, but is she one to trust? Not really. Sea of Tears, becoming a professional maiden, but never far off the action, should be right there. And of the rest, the other Peter Muscat runner, Can't Catch Me. On her penultimate run over course and distance, she should run well.
Yeah, Shanta's Pride disappointing. The form line hasn't worked out as well, so I suppose the issues. I didn't like it after what I saw, but maybe they've overcome those issues now.
Yes, Clyde, they just crossed the line and you posted on the Weighted to Win WhatsApp group she won't ever win a race.
Not what I saw.
Yeah.
But I'm hoping I'm wrong.
Okay.
What do you
like?
Like
You say, the form line's very poor. 8
very
runners,
poor.
all 8 have run unplaced.
Yeah.
But she could...
That's why I was hoping
she
you
could
guys would
improve
give us
without the
confidence
tongue tie
again.
and drop in trip. So, Clyde, number 13, Can't Catch Me. Last time out, 1,400 in the soft, I think was her and Yoon. I think she's better ridden for cover. So I don't mind the fact that she's drawn out wide. I think she's going to run a much better race. And then Sea of Tears, ultra consistent. Gets the fitment of blinkers this time round. Her penultimate start over the course and distance. There have been 2 winners from there. So she'll run another honest race.
All right, what do you like, bipods? This is a bipod race, eh?
3 horses. Clyde.
Yep. How many?
3.
3 horses. Let's put it up, please. Thank you, guys. In the back office, Wasani Shannon. 6813 by 1457 by Banker 1. Who's won? Later on. That you need to. I need to
that's
remind.
in the 3rd leg. I have opted to banker number 1, Alpha
Alpha
Betty.
Betty,
And
Alpha
she
Betty.
misses the top 2.
Well, that's
I'll be
7 to
distraught.
10, 7 to 10. Well, that's Peter Muscat's. Okay, 248 by 3 and 5 by 138. That's from Daryl. And that's the only one. Okay, Darren's not getting involved in the first. Let's get on to the second race now. It's a handicap at the 96 level, small field, but it's, I suppose, competitive, Darren. Let's talk about Aquabolt trading at about 3 to 1. Then you've got the 7 on the card, Sun Blushed, who's at 3 to 1. And then 5 to 1, bar those 2. To what extent do we draw the line?
I thought between numbers 2, 4, and 7. Now, Hawker Typhoon, her comeback run was a good effort behind Tempting Fate. That was a strong pinnacle. I think with the 4 kilos off her back, should run well. Aquabolt, 62 kilos to shoulder. On his best, he should be right there. And then Sunblush, the 3-year-old, I think he'll improve a lot down in trip, and he is quite highly regarded.
So if you had to make one choice, a first choice, who would that be again?
I would go with the puller horse, narrowly, Hawker Typhoon.
Okay. Well, we saw Ishnana come from that form line and win for Hawker Typhoon. What you like, Daryl?
Number 5, Passage of Power, Clyde. He's a 4-year-old improving son of Pathwalk. I mean, he's only worn the blinkers twice for a second and a first. I thought he won with a bit in hand last time out. He does have course and distance form. He's going to have a chance. Aquabolt, penultimate start, he actually beat after the rain, well above average sort. Go back a few runs to his previous run over the course and distance. It was a fair effort in a strong pinnacle event. Father's Frost, in my opinion, can't be ruled out either. Since his lengthy layoff return, he hasn't put a foot wrong. He's versatile, poly or turf. Taking on a stronger bunch this time around, but I won't be surprised to see him thereabouts.
Okay, so competitor from Daryl's side, not particular on one horse. So let's take a look at what we're going to do in PAs. And the plan from Daryl is as open as you heard, 1457. And then worried about bankering Alpha Betty PAs. I don't think anybody would be. By 2, 4, 8, by 3 and 5, by 1, 3 and 8, by 1 and 7. At the back of this place accumulator, we'll be depending on number 3 on the card. Political Party to get through. Another very much informed combination of Alison Wright and Keegan DeMello. Time to get a pick 6 on now, guys. And Alpha Betty's top of the board here at 7 to 10. And Darren, good enough to banker in the pick 6?
A very good debut. She lost ground at the start from a deep draw, and she was flying up late when the race was over pretty much. One draw, everything in her favour. I think she'll win.
Zinkele came from that form line, and not many have run, so that's always a good sign.
Yes, Claude, and I like the fact that there were positive pre-race comments. Before debut, you know, the stable said she is a very nice filly. She ought to have learned plenty from that run. And I'm just hoping she does break on terms and makes use of that one draw. Hopefully she can even just slot in behind the leader. And she's got a long stride, so she has to get going early. I expect her to win in her second start. If there was one that could potentially give her something to think about, Clyde, number 2, Catalea Summer. Now, last night, she was given a chance from a horrible draw. She's much better than that. And if she goes forward on this occasion, I'll make her the biggest danger.
Number 2, huh?
That's correct.
Is that right? That's Catalea Summers trading at around 15 to 2. What happened with this horse? I just want to ask you quickly, Daryl. Escapologist's last start, because it does, obviously, against the likes of Alpha Betty, put you into the play in terms of you sort of know where you stand. They both run to that same form line. I don't know if it ran below par or not after what seemed to be a fairly decent debut, Escapologist.
I don't know, Clyde.
You have no answer?
No, I don't know.
Because that, for me, could be something to consider when they run that well first time. Perhaps that last start wasn't Escapologist's run. But whether it's good enough to catch up with his favourite, we'll see. Here's the pick 6s. Firstly, we've got an all to come. Darren likes these. He's going Alpha Betty win into Boogie Shoes a place. That's what he recommends. Boogie Shoes a place. Later, and he's got pick 6s as well. Daryl is bankering Alpha Betty in the first leg by the whole field, by 3, 4, 5, by 1, 2, 3, 8, 9, by 1, 4, 5, 7, by 1, 3, and 4. It's 180 Rand if you want to get 10% of the Hollywood Bets Gravel Action pick 6. Darren Burrows has also got one. He's also doing the same. So everybody's in the same camp here with Alpha Betty. Lots of horses. 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8. By 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8, 9. By 1, 2, 5, 7, 9, 10, 11. Then 4 and 7. And then 1, 3, 4, and 7. And for a percentage, 235 or 236 will get you 10%. Let's get back to us now and take a look at the next race, jackpot time. We're going to have a look if Comnaidi's horse, we'll ask about Comnaidi's horse here. This was Monoshada, Kabela Matsanyani. Traded 5 to 1, open race, 5 to 1 the field, but that is the favourite. Tony Rivelin's got Let's Not Linger as the second choice at 11 to 2. Let's go to Darren. Darren, what's your first choice?
Well, I found the value with Shanty Lane. Now, her last 2 starts were below par, but she is a 1,400-metre specialist, and I think she's going to bounce back to best. So Shanty Lane over Meet at the George in form. Let's Not Linger back on the turf, should run well, and Monoshada not out of it.
Okay, so quite a few runners in the race. Daryl?
Yes, I was impressed with Let's Not Linger's penultimate start, which was over the course and distance. Indirectly, we saw that Maria Carolina win from there, Clyde. So I think back of this track and trip, she's going to be the one to beat. Also, health respect for Shanty Lane. She's my second pick, and I think on her best form over this course and distance, she should be right there.
Okay.
Monoshada, she's right down to an 87. I thought that was a fair effort over the 1,200, a distance too short for her last time out. So she'll appreciate the extra 200 metres.
Keegan likes Meet at the George, eh? Doesn't miss it. Rides it every time it runs.
Yeah.
This horse.
Yeah.
And he's right. Let me tell you about Keegan DeMello at the moment. I watched his vol ride on Thursday. It was Thursday. I think he only had 1 or 2 rides.
Yeah.
I don't know why, actually, what happened, why they never booked him to ride races 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I can't work it out.
You'll have to
I
ask
don't know. When you've got opportunities to use a champion jockey like that at the moment, inverted commas, champion, because obviously, you know, that word is used often, but he does have the potential. How can you not have a full book of rides? That's just beyond me. Anyway, let's have a look at what we're doing in this race. In this particular, we're going like this. Jackpots from Daryl Field by 345, by 12389, by 1457. It's a 600 Rand Daryl Marie jackpot. So we move on to our next now, and Tony Rivelin's got one of the joint favourites in here that Keegan de Miller is riding. Cuban Song at 22 to 10. Andre Nell and Robert Carty also joins Cape Eagle at 22 to 10. And they're betting 7 to 1 bar those two, Darren Burrows.
Yes, Cape Eagle, he's in form, likes the distance, should run well. The Bayou, returning after a bit of a break, should be right there. The value lies with Hinkley. Now, I've actually got the half-brother by Ideal World, a 3-year-old, unraced. Hinkley, his ratings dropped 12 points in his last 2 starts, and he's back on the turf. He didn't enjoy the poly, so at a big price, he could be the upset material.
Okay, well, that's very interesting. Hinkley for Dean Canamere. Daryl?
I like Cape Eagle, Clyde. I thought that was a very, very good effort last time out. He was out at the weights. He was made to work very early in that race, but bend the rules. He kept him honest, and I think with that run under his belt, he should have come on with a few lengths. Clyde, have a look how good an effort that was. He carried 60 kilograms. He's rated 74. The one on that occasion was rated 80. Right, 80, and he gave him 5 kilograms. So he ran well above his rating. In that race was Money Heist, who's highly regarded.
When's that going to run again?
He's going to Cape Town, isn't he?
Okay, and Iron Will?
I don't know when that's running.
Okay.
Yeah, but nonetheless, I think Cape Eagle, if he reproduces that effort, he'll take a power beating.
All right, so that's interesting. What price have you got about that horse?
5 to 2.
5 to 2. It was 22 to 10 on my side. Both of it betting joint favourites, the two of them. Let's put some info up for you guys. You can have a look at what you would like to do. Darren's recommending a second jackpot. Quite a few of them. He's going just about the whole field, actually. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8, 9. Darren's safe play by 1, 2, 5, 7, 9, 10, 11. Then 4 and 7. And then 1, 3, 4, and 7. On to race number 6 now. This is over the mile, and here this horse top of the boards for Gavin Van Zyl is Sing for Winter, and that's trading at around 15 to 4. 4 to 1 Devils and Dust, number 2 on the card, Laugh's horse. And then 17 to 2, the 8 to 1 thereabouts for the Dixon horse, Shell Seeker. Let's go to Darren, talk about the race jackpots. I saw you went a few horses. What do you like here? First choice, Darren?
My first choice has to be this filly Boogie Shoes. I was on her last time out, and she was stuck behind horses. As they came into the straight, she battled to get a clear run, and she had to switch all the way to the inside. And she was flying on home. She got beat under a length in 5th place. From an 11 draw, I'm just hoping she can slot into a nice position. She has been the mile trip twice for 1 second from 2 starts, so that's not a concern. I think she's the value. I've got respect for Sing for Winter, family favourite, and Shell Seeker.
Okay, Boogie Shoes. Well, I know in your all to come, I think you got 3 to 1 a place. What do you like there?
I like Shell Seeker, Clyde. 77 down to 63, but the more her rating drops, the more she keeps on disappointing. But she is unexposed over this trip. She's back on the turf. Now she's Bar Master My Fate out of a Fortwood mare. Her half-brother won over 2,400. So let's see how she goes now that she's been stepped up in trip. I'm expecting improvement. Raspberry Beret, decent effort against Stronger last time out. She was pulling. I think they do tend to go quicker over a mile, give her more of an opportunity to settle, and she can come with a late rattle. So I'm going to go 1 from 3, but the race certainly doesn't stop there.
Interesting with Raspberry Beret. A horse much further down the field, that horse Blazing Astute came to win as well. So,
correct, yes.
Yeah, so it may well have a chance. Okay, let's have a look at selections for this event. And, Darren, remember he recommended all to come earlier, ending with this horse, Boogie Shoes a place. The 7th race, Model Man Mile, it is. It's over, it's run at Hollywood Bets Greyville. And let's have a look at how they're betting in the race on Friday morning. Top of the boards here in this particular event is Canadian Summer, number 4 on the card at 17 to 10. That, of course, is for the Daryl Moore and Jason Gates combination. The one, Captain Casey. Second choice, 33 to 10. Number 7, See It Again, lovely horse. First, what we saw last time, 4 to 1. Boundless Bash, number 3, is 11 to 1. And then you've got 11 to 1 about the next best in Strawberry Bear. See It Again looks like a very nice horse in the making, Darren.
Very nice horse. Eye-catching last win over 1400. He took time to unwind, but when he got going, he just floated past him. And he's going to love the step up to a mile. I think he's well ahead of the handicapper. I think he's the horse to beat. And then for the placings, Canadian Summer, Captain Casey and Strawberry Bear.
Okay, so your first choice is for the Michael Roberts' horse, Daryl?
Yes, I'm going to be with See It Again as well, Clyde. Very impressed. I know the field that he beat last time out was very shallow, but I love the way he was extending at the finish. Obviously highly regarded. He has been beaten by Captain Casey in the past, but he was making his debut on that occasion. Captain Casey was having his third run, and I don't think there was much separating them, over only a length. So, in my opinion, they're going to fight it out. Strawberry Bear, Clyde, I've always had an opinion that he's going to be better once he goes further, and that is the case this time around. So, would be no surprise to see him fill in a place position over here.
And Canadian, no encouragement there?
Yeah, I've always loved this filly.
Favourite?
And, yeah, I'm gonna take her on, Clyde.
All right, interesting. Model Man Mile. Who was better, Model Man or Main Man?
That you'll have to ask yourself. I was a little bit too young, Clyde.
So I was the same age as you, but I have an opinion. Who was better, Model Man or Main Man?
I don't know, Clyde. You tell me.
Model Man. Okay, let's have a look. Here we go. It was a great finish, Model Man and Main Man. Darren Burrows going 4 and 7. 4 and 7. Recommended play, exacta boxed. Alison Wright had a treble the other day, and they're looking hopefully for a good ending here with this horse. Political Party at 2 to 1. Darren, you like it?
I think he's overdue now, his maiden victory. And you know what I liked last time? They dropped him in. They changed tactics, and he was really running on strongly. We've seen a winner from that form line. I think he'll take a lot of beating. Dangers, Caramel Fudge, Numzon, and Arverni King.
Okay. Political Party beat the likes of Triton, who come to run a place, and Lulu, the legend, much further down, came out and won. Your first choice?
Yes, Political
Also.
Party. Keegan now gets the right for Alison Wright. What else? This form speaks for itself, Clyde. He's knocking very loudly at the door, and I think it may well open today. I make his danger number 4, Numzon, who he holds on form. I know that run was on Polytrack, but I think he's actually a nice horse. And watch him once he goes over 10 or 2,000. We're not allowed to say in furlongs and pounds.
Please, no pounds and
no pounds,
and no furlongs.
Okay.
It's quite right. We in South Africa is 100% correct.
Okay.
So, going what distance now?
No, he's going 1,600, which is a mile.
Right.
Okay. Watch
you'll
him
go
when he goes over 2,000
meters.
Yeah, 2 kilometers.
Well, yeah. Okay. But if you had to have a bet, you'd back Political Party. If you had to have
I think you'll win today.
Oh, you're going to have a bet?
You can't say bet, so we're going to have a strike.
Strike. Right, here we go. Let's have a look at the last. Play is 3 and 4 swingers. So, Political Party and this horse, Numzon, at the back.